Welcome to Software Engineering Code of Ethics. After watching this video, you will be able to state each of the 8 principles in the Software Engineering Code of Ethics and explain each of the 8 principles in the Software Engineering Code of Ethics. The Joint Task Force on Software Engineering Ethics and Professional Practices developed a code of ethics outlining their goals and standards for software engineers engaged in the design and creation of software. The task force was formed by the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers Computer Society, or IEEE-CS, and the Association for Computer Machinery, or ACM, in order to recognize the prominence of computing in global commerce, government, and society. This IEEE-CS-ACM Joint Task Force championed the need to hold software engineers accountable so that the present and future status of the field as a beneficial and respected profession is maintained. The Code of Ethics consists of 8 principles that pertain to the specification analysis, design, development, testing, and maintenance of software, and are dedicated to serving the public interest. These principles are intended for anyone who is in or related to the profession and includes engineers, mentors, instructors, managers, students, and policymakers. Here we will summarize each principle. However, the full text of each principle and its additional clarifying clauses can be found on the IEEE-CS and ACM websites. The principles in the Software Engineering Code of Ethics focus on the following topics: public, client or employer, product, judgment, management, profession, colleagues, and self. The public principle comes first because it is expected that software engineers should act primarily in accordance to positively affect the public good. This includes accepting responsibility for their work with regard to safety, fairness, accessibility, and integrity. Next, software engineers should act in the best interests of both their clients and their employers. They should act honestly and be forthright when it comes to unethical actions such as plagiarism or illegal activities. They should seek consent where necessary and appropriate and honor confidentiality. The third principle relates to the product under production. Software engineers should seek quality while keeping in mind cost and timelines. Now, this next principle outlines how software engineers act with integrity and independence in their professional judgment. They are expected to maintain objectivity and honesty when working with the software and relevant documents they are involved with. Software engineers should not engage in any inappropriate financial activities, such as bribery and double billing, nor may they accept duties that create a conflict of interest. Software engineering managers and leaders should also behave in a manner consistent with these principles where it applies to them and those they manage. They should work to minimize risk and employ security procedures. And managers and leaders should also work to ensure realistic expectations of their staff, provide just compensation, and procure intellectual property rights whenever appropriate. The profession principle describes the duty of software engineers to protect the reputation of the profession by acting with integrity and not elevating themselves at the expense of others. Software engineers should let managers, employers, and clients know they intend to act in compliance with this code of ethics and express concern over violations of the code. Similar to the profession principle, software engineers shall treat their colleagues with respect and fairness. They should encourage their peers to comply with this code of ethics and not take credit for the work of others. The final principle, focused on the software engineer themselves, reminds software engineers about the importance of lifelong learning and professional development. They should endeavor to create quality software and strive to conduct themselves in a professional manner. It should be noted that this code of ethics is not a replacement for conscientious decision-making and common sense, but it can be used as a supplemental guide. Knowing when and where to apply these principles will always be up to the discretion and wisdom of the individual. In this video, you learned that The Code of Ethics serves the public interest to hold software engineers accountable in the analysis, design, development, testing, and maintenance of software. And the 8 principles in the Code of Ethics are public, client or employer, product, judgment, management, profession, colleagues, and self.